underneath the ring on the front side of it, shifted it to a brand new building sort of in the back center, and is definitely going to be a hill that has a ton of priority. And if you ever play this map for the first time, you prioritize this statue for your access into P1. Whoever controls this controls the hill.
Controls the world. Royal Ravens taking on Boston Breach. Here we go into our first map. Not a whole lot of time gained from this opening P1. It's been a solid amount of kills either side, but there we go. The Ravens are in. Of course, the Carolina Royal Ravens in there. Gorgeous blue as Lurks finds his kills. 3 in a row so far, turning it into a 4. The young man having a good time so far on Colossus.
Happy for it, and as long as he is here, his teammates knows that you do not have to worry about statue control, so he can do a little bit of a dance, deal with 2 players on this rotation. And now he's got Nero's the reinforcements. It looks like Cammy deals with them, but Cammy still with the pressure on. Slasher's running him down, successful at that, but it is going to be mixy of a fight for these back spawns.
Looking for that back right-hand side control if they can get it. Looking good so far. Nasty off the hops. Kill Lurks. Unfortunate team killing his boy Craze there. And Nasty now trying to push these players out of position. Hardpoint now in the hands of Boston Breach for the first time, what feels like a long time, but an early exchange here is exactly what you are looking for. Cammy looks like he's shooting hot for a second longer there, but a nice 2v1 situation there on time. Flips it in favor of the Ravens.
Yeah, big moment as well, because, yeah, they got the P1 control. You get a highlight reel play out of Lurks, and more importantly, you got a guy blocking the back spawns. Oh, dear, baby. 35 seconds for the final bit of this P2 hill. Carolina looking to get it all. Nero even wins the extra gunfight. Actually, Boston Breach applying a lot of pressure to try to run it over, so maybe a little bit late on the rotation to New. Lurks is here fighting Cammy, and they had the pinch on time. So Carolina with the edge on the rotation, and they got a 26-point lead.
Oh, we're gonna keep riding the Lurks train so far at 8-2. Keep finding those kills. Craze pushing out those players from New. Eyes on, great intel, and the old in and out puts Purge down before he can barely take a bite of that new hardpoint. Once again, it is a war on 2 fronts right now. Through the middle of the map, Craze is going to be covering the push. Good work again. But neither team able to really get a lot of time here, Chance. Another hard point going by unsqueezed.
Yeah, a minute off the game clock so far. It's not excessive, but worth keeping in the back of your mind. As Lurks, well, finally gets dealt with in Boston, the first bit of like stabilization we've seen on this hill, and admittedly it's only for the final 20. You see those blue Carolina arrows really shifting for the bottom and left side of the map. Nasty gets overwhelmed, and Carolina happy to play the long game. They'll trade away 20 seconds this hill time. They will set themselves up for New.
I'm trying to remember what was Bocage before Bocage. What was the bang out map for the Vanguard year? Nuketown, good God. Well, it's all down to Lurks. What do you got, mate? Well, you had plenty of damage, but you ran into a Cammy and he put you down. Over towards low left-hand side of the minimap, fueling, the game calls it. Slasher now trying to make his way through the rear. Oh, baby. Cammy once again.
Cammy's looking good, baby.
Finding the big ones, 12-7. Edinburgh's very own John Wick. Purge up top. Goes toe-to-toe with Nero. Nero walks away with the win there. So now we're still holding on this one. Breach are alive. Breach are well. Breach are looking healthy, and they are regular here on time. One more man to get. Purge is on it. He's dancing, he's diving, and he's dying again to Nero.
Hey, all I know is if you got Snoopy at 4-15 and you got a 20-second lead, that is a phenomenal sign there for Boston Breach. They're enjoying it. They got Purge taking the routes as well. He might get caught, but maybe the P1 will be the factor of success for Carolina. It's where they look their best. The first of the rotation is rolling through, but after all is said and done, Boston Breach a nearly 40-second lead, and they run over P1 with the AR players.
Yeah, not bad whatsoever. Not bad whatsoever. Well, back we go to P1. Lurk started things off nice, slowed down a little. Slasher, what a nice 2 there on the Nasty, and Snoopy, his old Boston Breach teammate, is now they have control of the hard point. Thinking about P2 as well, thinking about a lot of things. But right now it's keeping the right-hand side of the map all sweet. And Lurk's brother, that is a Dravik, that is a submachine gun, and that was one heady ripped as Nero keeps finding time upstairs.
Yeah, good little jump as well to hop off the time, trying to oscillate as much as possible. 2 kills going in the favor of Carolina. Nero looking to capitalize with the aggression, or maybe wants to play it nice and patient. Of course, though, Cammy gets 2. And if you hesitate in this game, you just get run over. Boston Breach right back in position Of course, though, for the spawns, Carolina currently have the right side of the map, but we've said they're there first before, and they did not always hold on for a long time, but another opportunity they have.
Here we go. Slash's long game pays off as he gets himself into his time. Backside completely covered there by Nero. 2 players on the middle of the map, and Snoopy flies his way through the setup. Chance, you cursed them. You cursed them terribly. What a break as Breach are in.
Yeah, and again, 8 and 17, and they got a 30-point lead, so they're going to enjoy that, enjoy the back spawns, and look for the sort of re-break. You got pressure towards the middle of the map, so Nero on side of the point is going to feel pressure everywhere. Craze, though, does open it up on the backside. A string of tough gunfights being won through and through, but, I mean, really, just actual king of the hill has been Carolina. It has not been an easy fight at all. I mean, this is a war effort on side of P2, but they're keeping things close.
We're thinking about 3 soon, and right now, no one in a great position to get over there quickly. It's going to be a foot race once again. Lurks versus the world. As they make their way forward, and he has already taken some pretty hefty tags. Can he bank a grenade off of the side of that little wheeled sub thing? The answer is no need. Cammy's flak jacket takes care of business there. Craze on the mid-map pinch once again. A little bit of discontent now on the attack towards time as Craze on a 4 spree. Just looking at halfway towards that Hellstorm. And the hardpoint finally has a Raven nested inside it.
Oh, yeah, well, this so far has been an absolute dance battle. Very difficult to stay alive, very difficult to get set up, and it has just been a head smash. There's your clean 4 down you're looking for, though. 30 seconds left on the time, and how quickly they just spread the map. So much so, I think Purge was expecting a bit more aggression, but they got the 4 down snap. First 10 seconds has been great. Carolina now trying to break for the first time, and it is not looking good. Nasty deals a ton of damage, and his teammates there for the follow-up kills. Beautifully orchestrated there by Boston. It's a small map, but when you get those moments, you gotta capitalize. They do so there.
Yeah, the Ravens, good rotations, but hold the hard point nevermore. Not going great. Breach with a slight lead. Big rotation once again for the Ravens. Will they hold this time? We get to test the brakes of Boston. Breach once more onto the breach. Here we go over the top. The wall hop's not fantastic. Nasty finds a bit of a team kill, and once again a contest. Nasty in, trying to find the kills quickly. Not gonna happen. Cammy there on the effective trades, and ladies and gentlemen, once again the Boston breach break the Ravens.
Yeah, you got it. It was beautiful. It was calibrated, and even with that initial team kill rolling through, they made sure they prioritized those back spawns to set themselves up long term. Couple jump spots coming through. You got a pinch crawling through from Craze, and they deal with everything one by one. Ravens, not a lot of dog in the fight there on P4, and Boston, happy for it. The largest lead of the game by a country mile. Gonna have about a 55-point bump as we reset to new.
Oh, back we go. Shots in from Slasher. It's a slightly slower attack here from the Ravens. The fundy's good. The holds like a wet paper bag. Breach over the 200-point mark. We go back over towards P1, and once again the boys are in. Slasher trying to do things himself, but his teammates have been dropped around him as Breach now with a P1 hold.
Yeah, and I think this is just going to be the runaway sort of moment. Moments of discontent, discombobulated is Carolina. A little bit scattered there on the mini-map, trying to regroup. Nasty does get dealt with, and 3 in the feed. Snoopy trying to be a nuisance. As poor of a start as Snoopy has had, 16 and 25 doesn't look great, but he's honestly just been playing catch-up, so not too shabby in the second half. Of course, though, if you're an AR player on this P1, not easy to stay alive for either team. So Nasty dies, and then Slasher, who made his way in, dies immediately after. It's time for the SMGs to get there. Purge and Snoopy get the break.
That's a ridiculous amount of bait and switch. Great chem early on here from this Boston Breach roster. As Snoopy, yeah, not a massive showing in the kills department, but lovely time in the hill for everyone there on the squad. New hard point up. Breach have got a man inside, and Nasty somehow walks away with 2. Unbelievable work. Red dots on the minimap. What is this MW19? Yeah, no, it's not. They're on there. What's going on? Snoop through mid. What a banging 2-piece. The 3rd man upstairs. Don't do it. Thank God you didn't. Thank God you did, and Purge now over the top as the hard point is all Boston, and map 1 closes out for them.
It was a close game until it wasn't. Miles comfortable towards the end. And I think a map that is very difficult to sort of stabilize yourself, but the rare opportunities Boston had, they completely took over. The pink looks great. And again, Snoopy at one point was 4-16. I mean, he was out there on Zuma watch and they had a 20-second lead. So I don't know if there was really a moment where I was scared for Boston in that game.
Yeah, maybe for a moment or two, but Boston Breach, very, very strong showing, despite being down and at times looking a little out of it. Cammy, 30-24. Somebody in chat said that Cammy's got walls. The only thing he's got are wall jumps here in Black Ops 7. My God, lovely hardpoint time there for nearly everyone. And Cammy, 17 from inside the hill as well. Beautiful stuff there out of Boston Breach. An unfortunate start there for Craze and Lurks. Their Call of Duty careers in the professional world now, sadly, an L, but decent performances for both of them and highlight plays indeed, as you'll see here.
I mean, hey, Lurks had one of the fanciest ones, and this is the only time in the game Carolina looked to have that sizable advantage. Great setup around P2 as well, but just we're not able to convert it into too much more. And I think P3 is like really that hill that's very difficult to actually push out the map, but when you get it, it's great. But it's the P2s and the P4s. You have to prioritize those back spawns so much. I think that's where Boston was really able to shine. I think nearly every single P2 or P4, all the emphasis on the back spawns.
Things off. See how Snoop can get hot. The individual gun is certainly there. His final few kills. He was throwing the shoulders for Slasher. He wanted it. He did not get it indeed. Pose, though, beautiful work from him towards the end as well. Game flow now, folks, as it did not start great for the boys of Boston, but boy, howdy, did it end well for them. Lovely little bit of back and forth, but after that second set P2, no looking back, Boston straight to the finish line all the way. There's a bit of a flat line there from the Ravens' chance. They did not have a lovely second set. It really did hurt them, but that's a Jeej. That was, again, a fantastic start for Boston Breach.
Yeah, who got about 90 seconds of their total points there just on the P4s. So again, not necessarily a money hill in the extreme sense of a lockdown full 60, but when you get it, you got it. And then 90 seconds on that hill alone, I mean, that's the difference in the score towards the end. But that's Colossus. That is your bit of a bang out map there. And for a Scar S&D, it's a map. It's had a particular style. The default strats on the attacking rounds is like you're leaning towards sort of A first, maybe 70-80% of the time, but you have to be very difficult getting trapped in. The B hits you need to be very selective about and very on point. Got to time it out with your trophies. Got to make sure everybody's on the same page. I'm excited to see Boston get to work on this map. I think they're a team that's really going to be able to bring the goods. And on the flip side, still a lot to learn from Carolina. Slasher is one of the most storied S&D players of all time. He's playing with a pure new gen team, though. It'd be fun to see what type of dynamic they bring.
And it's not just the idea that he's the true veteran here. I mean, the of the league, at 31 years old, the oldest player playing alongside the youngest player at 19 in Lux. What will they learn from each other? What will be able to teach one another? It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. We'll get into that search and destroy in a moment. Scar, a very different map, as you brought up fantastically. Snipes, something we should be seeing a lot more of here on Scar. It's a bigger map, longer lines of sight. There's a couple of ones that have yet to really make the light of day in broadcast, which we're excited for, but plenty of opportunity here for big moment plays. Really, really exciting stuff. Can't wait for this one to get underway. And again, Overload, when we do get there, we go back to 10, as you saw in the first match of the day. Well, mate, Colossus might be the bang out this year. I wonder how the map pool will change. Season 1's brought some cool maps in there. Utopia's looking amazing, frankly. I think that's a really, really cool map. Excited to see if we get that one in the mix as well. But plenty of talking here in the Black Ops 7 world. The biggest content dump I think I've ever seen in a game, let alone in a Call of Duty game. There's a lot. So I'm quite overwhelmed.
It'll be okay. Just work on your breathing techniques, calm yourself down. It'll be all good. Carolina needed to be having a similar experience. A little overwhelmed after the map one. Felt a little bit difficult to deal with the Boston guys. Try to stabilize. This is a map that you can win in a bunch of different ways. Sniper supremacy certainly could come out and about, but a rounds you can win just with your nades. You could get triples. You could get quads. You could have impact all over the place, and it's Boston playing for the picks. It's Nero that already found a snipe on the cross. See the angle that he was dealing with. And there you go. A 2 versus 4 for Snoopy and Nasty. Snoopy.
That's one of my
One of the most clutch players in the league.
I was going to say that's... Oh, you were saying, bruv? You were saying?
I'm just saying.
Nasty 1v3. Makes a case for it. And he's done a really good job of turning this into a 1v2. And the Royal Ravens are somewhat apart. And now the man is armed and dangerous at large. There is an APB out for a red-haired man with an M15 and a recon sniper rifle. 35.
And he's just been able to walk up and pick up the bomb for free and nobody's home. That is a nutty situation. This is doable. Admittedly, though, this is the wrong call. He's walking it into both players.
Well, it's the wrong call. 20 seconds to go. Is he going to plant this? It might spell doom. Is he going to turn the corner? Turn around. Nasty, turn around. We beg of thee. No dice. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1v2 is over. The Ravens walk away with the opening advantage. They managed to secure the round together. Slasher and Lurks getting it done.
And shout out to Nasty for making sure he doesn't die until there's 5 seconds left to keep things as on point as possible. But there's a look at that angle. That's a kill cam. Cammy's definitely going to watch. And that is a 1v4 for Nasty that when he re-watches it, he's going to say, I really could have just planted the bomb at either site for free and clutched that round. That's crazy what they allowed him to do.
That's wild. Well, round 2. Ravens on the attack, thinking about that A-bomb site as well. Should be trophies, or at least close to trophies at this point?
No, definitely
close?
not. It'll take a long time.
Not even close. What am I saying? I felt like a long round, that's all. See how Slash's progress looks. Craig's going to be the trophy carry here by what most are calling shop or store. Good work out, Lurks. That first blood on the purge makes that side of the map feel a little safer. The flank covered, and we are waiting for the play to develop. We're waiting for someone to send it. And Snoopy, you sure sent it, bruv. You didn't check the corner. Slasher finds another, and the Ravens so clean. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yup. Not over yet. And they send it. A perfect pinch there to once again catch Nasty out. He's going to walk away with a ton of kills, but not a round to his name yet.
And the way that this sort of map can play out, I think that's actually a great one to highlight for Carolina. All 4 players work in the A site. You just have no control of the remainder of the map. Purge goes on the massive flank, and everybody on Boston knows you've contained these 4 players here. Carolina, though, may be happy for it. Slasher, the type that says, oh, we're surrounded. That's a problem for them. Still bringing the fight to us, but just ever so slightly over-aggressive there for Boston. Carolina able to capitalize and punish. And Nero's already set the tone with a snipe, so even off the rip, you got to be a little bit more careful.
Bear in mind the life count of our snipers here. Nasty down by 1, Nero down by 1 as well. Options here for our snipe players. Slow approach here from Snoop, trying to get himself close towards the A-bomb site. Knows all... Oh, nice nade from Cammy. He knows all the dirty little nooks and crannies where you can hide players here and the angles he's got to worry about. Snoop trying to keep him at bay. Bait him out for Nasty. Oh, he's been caught on the transition. Beautiful work there from Slasher. 3-0 with a 3v3.
Yeah, Slasher's flexing the Warhawk vibes, I'd say, with the timing there on the pinch. Nonetheless, though, 3v3 and the bomb planted. Snoopy cannot make the escape. Wow, that was a fantastic stun to catch him. And then Nero showing off that if you can fry with an SMG, your shot's going to be even more on point with an AR. Purge for a clutch, but this is looking hopeless.
Yeah, the boys are going to be collapsing on the site momentarily with 25 seconds to go. Purge, you're going to have to get a very, very clean first kill directly into a second. You let a man dive on towards the bomb. That's enough. It is not over yet. 15-ish seconds to roll, and the man could have made a case for the second, but he did not get the first. Crazy Nero close it out, and the Ravens on a spree here. They have caught the updraft, and they are soaring through Scar so far.
And haven't had to sweat too much either. Both defensive rounds, Nero's there for the high impact play, one time with the sniper, the other time for just making sure you catch Snoopy off of that bomb. And again, the stun was absolutely perfect. The double kill even better. And why not give him the final one as well? Nero, nice little 3K round.
Not bad at all. Yeah, the first 2, this was the replay. He put these guys down and out. The perfect transition on the second man. Snoopy and Cammy, see you later, boys. Nero, looking good.
Now on the attacking round, they showed off just a pure 4-man A hit. Again, that is effectively the default strat, if you will. Going to be a very common thing, but now spreading the map, seeing if Boston will get over aggressive, and Purge is already working himself up the middle of the map. It's a delicate spot. He felt that pressure, had to back down immediately.
Plenty of presence here from Boston over by the A side of the map. The nades are going to go astray. No one there, Nero. Oh, and he's going to pay the iron price. Big tags from Purge at range. Craze is now stunned. He's next up. Next up for the death screen, more like. Here comes the attack from Boston and Purge. Is he going for the third? He wanted it real bad. Great snaps, but wait, Craze. He's not going down without a fight. It's an ace if you can win the round. He's trying to keep the spree alive as well. Boston trying to get it going. The dance is on and Craze yet lives.
Problem is, Bomb is on the other side of the map. He's at least created a situation, but now in the window, you're trying to run downhill, and it's the firing squad up top. So good moves, good idea there on the pinch, but the start of the round is going to be the primary cause for the loss towards the end. Your bomb carrier died solo up towards the A site. Just a painful thing to have happen. But I think Boston basically hit a triple chow on A, so they felt the lack of pressure there on the A site this time, and look to get aggressive just to stiff him out. And there you go. Clean shots from Purge for the first blood, and nobody was home for the trade.
Ravens Search and Destroy looking as clean as possible until that round, but Craze really, really fought well. We'll see if we can't get any more clutches, Charles. We're not getting a whole lot so far. Pressure now in from the mid. Ravens. Oh, nasty. You hold it a second longer, mate. Nero might come back for a second bite. Nasty desperate for it. Oh, come on. The timing. Oh, that's what this year is going to be like.
Snoopy found it, though. He found the timing down low. Isolated a player. I think might be got a little bit of intel from Purge, who gets great damage out. Either way, this is the moment to plant the bomb, and Craze doesn't check the size 12s. Bomb plant for 3. And it'll be a 1v3 for Slasher, and he's got to defuse.
He saw the bomb carrier. He saw the plant, at least. Yeah, the legs were sticking out. And the remaining 30 seconds here, Slasher, I mean, I don't think you hit any more headshots there and not get the kill. Unfortunate. But hey, Boston Breach, 2 rounds in a row. I'll give the Carolina Royal Ravens their flowers here in Search and Destroy, but it's slowly starting to wilt. Good old Snoop. This corner, I mean, just make this a rule, friends. Whenever you enter shop, check the corner where the sort of grain bags are. There is going to be a player there.
Very wall bangable as well. So situationally, you could just throw some bullets through to go for that spot check as well. Either way, though, that is a very delicate round where you get the A pressure. It's all about the timing of when you want to go for the plant. And we saw the look. If Craze just stabilizes himself and checks the feet, maybe you could have a different round there, but very detail-oriented over towards A. Boston here for the square up. 2 players on the defensive end, ready for the fight, or maybe less ready than they should have been. Nero, though, gets caught. They had the numbers.
Yeah, you could account for the second man. Whoa, there's the wallbang you talked about. Snoop gets it right on a Craze. And Snoopy, what a round this is. 5 spree. Cammy joins him there in the feed, and the chase across map complete. I do believe Snoopy died in the final seconds there, but Breach find their 3rd round in a row, the equalizer here on Scar.
And that is a round that makes you feel like you have a lot of momentum as well. Nero gets off great damage on the 2 players up top, but Snoopy there for the instant trade. And the fact that he turned it, if he actually did that just with a straight up wall bag, like X-ray vision.
I think he did. Here we go. This is it. Straight in.
Thank you, Snoopy. On. That's exactly what I was talking about. My man.
My man, indeed. Yeah, he does unfortunately fall there seconds before Purge picks up the final kill, but hey, man, you'll take it. 6 and 5 out of Snoop there.
Snoopy for the ace and the bomb plant. Mr. Do-It-All, my favorite player. Let's go.
It's locked. Bets are off.
Oh, never mind. Look at that setup. They are ready for, I think Slasher's done it twice. Pinching through this like outer lane. They sent everybody waiting for that pressure.
The Lurks first on a Purge there. So the player by boats, that top right hand side of the map, gone. Forcing the play towards A right now for Boston Breach. Down a man. How will they fare? checks it all. Somebody positioned to cover. No, Nero snipes his way through. Nice moves there out of Snoopy. Off the jump, the damage on the slasher was sensational. Cammy on the flank picked up, and now all down to Snoopy. Unable to pick up his kill. It would have been a 1v2, but now he finds himself back firmly pressed against the wall. Toe-to-toe with a big gun. Round 2 against Lurks. He's looking for the wall jump. Goes for the close range hit, and it's not going to happen. Ravens take the lead.
Dude, he's getting twisted, but yeah, absolutely. I think that first nade kill, really on point. I assume Purge is running flak jacket, so I know Lurks got credit for the kill, but that is probably multiple players on the side of Carolina having their nades cooked up and ready to go. And they were pretty distant on the map, so this is a team. They are doing their homework as well. A huge round there from Carolina. You stop the bleeding. Boston was winning some quick ones, and make sure you sort of get back on top. 4-3 lead in the attacking round. Nero taking a gander with the sniper rifle.
Yeah, once again, his last life with the sniper rifle. If he falls here in this round, or the next time he dies, he will not be bringing it back out. He's been successful in the first bloods. He's been effective. He's been accurate. He's been dangerous. And he might not this time. Sneaky Snoopy on the crawl. This is what Nero sees. He will not be seeing Snoopy for quite some time. Ah, that's what we see. There he is. You sneaky devil. He's going to get this. Go on, Snoop. Round the corner. Here we go. Ha-ha! Bounces into the first kill now for his team, but 3v3. Stop with the bomb. Craze, what a 2. Last man, instant transition, and a single bullet is all he's going to need. What a bounce back. Craze on an absolute run here, but they've lost Nasty. Nasty out in the wild. Another opportunity for a 1v3. And he's running, but no good. Ravens fighting tooth and nail to not let these rounds get away.
Yeah, and I think Boston might be a little too smart for their own good. The kill that Snoopy had, that was the bomb guy. But considering he was sniping, I don't think Snoopy would ever expect to even need to check it in that moment. Because after he gets this kill, if he just stays up top, it's perfectly fine. But considering they got the first blood on the top side of the map by a helicopter, I think the Boston boys were just worried about the bomb going towards B, so they looked to make a play. Meanwhile, Craze down low, the trap was set. Nice 2-piece for him, and another big round for Carolina.
Great work. Lurks 4 spree.
Same set
This time round, we're sending it. Cammy, beautiful work there. A little bit helping his friends. Finds the second man. The man advantage right now with the Ravens bleeding out. And Boston, we've seen you string rounds together, and now with an overwhelming advantage. The wind in your sails on the approach towards the A-bomb site. Surely you get this down. Cammy finds another 3 spree.
Slasher for the 1v3 as well, but already back down. It's going to be bomb planted. Very efficient. And of course, no real angles he can go through. Cammy there for the cleanup kill. But Miles, that was the exact same setup Boston used in their prior offensive round of 3 players setting up the firing squad, ready for that pinch to roll through. And I don't know if that's like a, just a strat that Boston keep in the back pocket, or if that is calculated and tailor-made for Carolina, but they brought it out twice. They've had issues on the flank on that side, primarily from Slasher. But that round right there is exactly why they wanted. Carolina fell into the trap.
It feels more like an actual adaptation. They love going boat. They love going boat. Get the guns up and they're ready for them. It's a defensive move there from the Ravens that hasn't really paid off. 3 through mid. 1 player going towards plane side there with the B side. It's going to be Nasty. I believe he might be. I don't think he's sniping. We're out of snipes. Or Boston. Stunned. Nero's player model groaning in agony.
Gotta recover. A tough moment, and 30 seconds burned off the clock. And no first bloods just yet. Lurk's caught in a tough spot. He's challenged. That's okay, but they're leaning the bomb towards B. And this is a very difficult thing to pull off. So I don't know if Crazy is going to start to rat back, because he has the bomb and he's not near any of his teammates, and his teammates are dying.
It's starting to get picked here. And these are long-range kills. A Perch with 2 on the round already. Over to Snoop. 1 pump and done. Nero's there. The bomb is long gone, and Lurks now with that death. We go to the famed round 11, the first of the 2026 year. We didn't have to wait too long for this one, did we? Great round out purge. Nasty may have found the final blow. But Boston, we'll see who gets offense. Defensive rounds haven't been sweet.
Give me a Lurks versus Cammy 1v1 for game. That's what I want to see. It's a weird one, but I think it'd be good. Test the kid's metal.
Let's see what the COD gods have in store for us here. Round 11, gongs out. Cam. Own connection on the nade. Fighting forward we go. Slasher playing the island roll as ever. Crazed, great damage. Nero with a follow-up there on the Cam. So no killer Cam here in round 11. More activity as another sweet nade from the Ravens. Gifts from above. Now Nasty 1v3. They know where he is. He's pinned, surely. He's finding another fight. Bomb planted chance. Nasty with a technical 1v3.
Well, you asked earlier what a scam is. Lurks giving an early definition there. Nero and Slasher, more veteran players trying to hold on.
And Nasty. He's been gifted a window to get into the site. Will he check upstairs? Saw the head. Great damage. Has to get away with his life. The Ravens now shoulder to shoulder together. One up, one down. Nasty. Fast wrap. Don't hate this. Can he catch at least one man? He goes high. The perfect maneuver from Nero to cover his teammates' flank. The Ravens save the day in round 11 and tie of the series.
And beautiful nades rolling through, raining hell upon them. Miles, when we talked about this map, we said there's a lot of different ways you can win rounds. Nades a priority. Slasher got that one from across the map, if I saw that correctly as well. So that is, again, extremely well coordinated. I think Purge got naded at least 2 different times that map. I think maybe 4 total nade kills rolling through from Carolina. They're doing a little bit extra to get that round 11 win. Clean game through and through. Snoopy might have given you 10. Doesn't matter. Even though the first blood battle was also won by Boston Breach, does not matter. Ravens had the run. They get that dub. That is just an efficient game. All 4 players contributing.
Everyone doing the job. Lovely work. 4 assists there from Craze as well. He had an unbelievable 2-piece down by bomb site, down by motel. That was great work. Wow, folks, we're going to see an exposure hardpoint. Thank the maker. Then overload coming up next. Charles, not a huge amount separating our 2 teams here. This is a very, very good looking series on paper. I don't remember what the desk predicted because I wasn't paying attention to them. Desk, have you got one in this?
I was going Boston. You went Boston.
What?
Carolina?
Just
kidding.
That was completely
We flipped it.
You're so funny.
I was going to try and steal a win that I don't feel like I deserve. Carolina Royal Ravens looking not the same in the hard point. This was a strong start to search, but Boston's not going away throughout the series. Let's take a look at game 2 and walk me through the comeback. How does Boston answer? Is it on the attack? Is it behind the snipers? What do you learn?
Yeah, I mean, looking at this game, I thought, Carolina Royal Ravens, they had a good idea on how they wanted to approach their offensive rounds. It's just that what they weren't able to execute early on. They kept having Craze go through Delhi while they were trying to slowly push out the A site through Motel, and either Nero would get picked or things wouldn't go their way. As we got later on into this game, and namely that round 11, I liked the fact they all pushed, team nated together to get that first blood, and Craze was with them to go in and try to trade out the kill in Delhi.
That is the kind of quick, decisive decision-making that you need from a team like this.
5-3 was the score. It went all the way to a round 11. Nameless, the grenades, the explosions were the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if that was a thing where they knew, they're not going to have a trophy here. They used it in the round prior. Whatever it was a fantastic call. We find ourselves 1-1, where in that game 1, I thought Carolina was going to run away with it early on. You look at you look up top at the score,
really
it's
strong P1.
Snoopy's getting absolutely fried.
It's 1-9, bro.
And they're up 15.
Let's take a look here at our game 1 highlights. It was all Royal Ravens at the first 2 minutes, it looked like. And then, Allie, we saw a bounce back. Was there an individual, or was it just better rotations that set up Boston in the second half?
It was the ARs for me from the side of Boston Breach. I mean, there is a reason you picked up Nasty, and I feel like we really saw it in this map number 1. But I can't not bring up Cammy either, because he has been shooting in map number 1 and map number 2, and they're the reason they were even able to hang. Snoopy went from 1-12, ending 20-26. Big turnaround from him, and you can can see it in that last set of rotations where Boston Breach kind of just runs away with it. It's when Snoopy got comfortable, was able to actually do his job on the map, and I think the ARs made the difference.
Yeah, you've now seen one hard point. You've seen one search and destroy. Who's the best player in the lobby so far?
I mean, right now, I think you kind of got to say Cammy. Cammy's having a sensational performance so far. I mean, same with Nasty, but Ali alluded to it. The ARs on the side of Boston just been balling so far. Even early on in the search and destroy, like, I thought Nasty was about to win that one before.
Oh my God, me too. Every time it was Nasty in a 1v2, 1v3, we're like,
Yeah, so both those guys are performing.
The bullet away. All right, that is Nasty playing his heart out, and he will continue to do so as we go to Overload, and that will be our game number 3. You also heard Miles say, we're guaranteed to see exposure. You mentioned before the show even kicked off, that's the map you've been waiting to see.
Yeah, waiting to see it. We've had some changes to the P4. It's a room now. See how teams are going to approach it. If it's going to be a lockdown hill, right? They've been playing it for a couple of days now, the pro teams, right? So they'll be ready for it. All of us, we're just now starting to get used to it.
Ali, as we load into Overload, what are you looking forward to from these two teams? We're all knotted up. This is the swing game 3.
Just kind of what the bloodbath is going to be looking like and who kind of takes over. That's what I've gotten from Overload so far, is it's just who's getting hot right and early and who kind of is trying to put you in that box in that first half.
Chance, you ready to see me in ranked? We're going to be grinding wagers soon, right, buddy?
As long as you're there on day 1, we'll be good to go there, Puckett. But if you give me like 2 days, we're going to get locked out.
Yikes.
Chance, you've been grinding wagers.
It happens to the best of us. Back to you, Miles.
Dude, the idea that I play wagers, I'm not playing for money. I'm older than Slasher, right? By 5 days. I had to look it up. I had to check the oldest player in the league. Early happy birthday. I mean, that shit is terrible. Either way, though, what's not terrible is going to be the map. It's going to be a different look, I think, between these two teams compared to what we saw from like Optic when they played it. But the underlying ideas I'm expecting to be very similar. I don't know how crazy these guys are necessarily going to be, but it's going to be a fun dynamic to look towards, and especially the fact that every single player has to be on point with their communication. You have to be very quick with your decision making, and like Shotzi's a good example. When he goes and lives inside of like the opposing team's base, he's having to facilitate and calm what's going on his end of the map, so his teammates know where to fill in like later on. It's a very difficult thing to pull off as an individual player, but if guys on these teams want to make those types of plays, if your communication is great, you can have an absolute field day. It'd be very fun to see if they can pull it off.
I think another key factor in success, especially on Den Overload, is the first man on the attacking team. You've got the EMP. You've got to be getting kills. The guy running his primary, or whoever's managing to get in there first, that initial gunfight win is so essential. Damage into the second guy so that your pistol player doesn't have to work too hard, so the carry doesn't work too hard, would also be great. That's a lot to consider here in the early days of Den, but to touch upon the exposure again, brand new hardpoint, totally different look at the map. We in season 1 have only just been able to touch that, but our pros have had a day or two, at least several scrims, to figure out and see how it looks. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But Den is loading up once again, folks. We did have an issue just there with lobbies again. Day 1, baby. We're working it all out. We're figuring it all out. Last game, though, let's look back at that round 11 chance before we get things ready. Round 11s, mate. It's as close as it can possibly get. This is, of course, Ravens taking on Boston. This is how it all went down. Again, the nades. There's plenty of ways to get the job done here in Search and Destroy. And Craze and Slasher working these ones together. Great work to break through the flak jacket there as Nero picks up the second.
And Slasher, number 1 on the minimap, you see he's playing over towards Boat. He's basically in spawn, and he hits the absolute Kobe into depths. And actually looking at it like that, I guess Purge was not rocking flak jacket at all. So maybe that's why he died multiple times to nades in that game.
I actually think it might have been because he took nade damage from Cruz's nade.
Did they actually double? It had to have been. I would be shocked if that was the case.
Craze and Nero doubled up their first. I mean, honestly, can we watch that one more time? I would love to try to pick apart whether it was the first nade or the second, because 3 frag grenades were thrown. We're doing it again. Roll the tape again. Roll it again. VAR for the Brits. We do have again, I think that's what was going on there, man. I actually think that's what's going on there, because that round was a bang out. Bang, bang, bang. Nades hit. Craze gets the first in. Nero kills the second player.
Well, this is all like the extra spicy damage. That's your flak jacket hit marker. Cammy had the flak, but I'm saying the second nade that rolls through from Purge, I mean, you're just going to see him. He's 100 HP. He's chilling the back. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, surprise, look at that nade right there. There is no secondary nade.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I only see the one. So that means he gets Kobe. Purge died twice, didn't have Flak Jacket. And that means he wanted to have the lightweight. Maybe, well, no, I mean, to take what kind of route? They weren't even going for the pinch. Yeah, that's just that's a painful way to lose round 11. I mean, nades on point from Carolina, and the coordination, especially on the guys that do have the Flak Jacket, the real focal point.
Tisk tisk, check the forecast. You didn't bring the right clothing, weren't dressed for the occasion. Well, GG's, that's that. That's how the round 11 went as we load into Den Overload. Man, that's a nice nade spot, actually. That is a nice nade. Don't forget, overall clocks, they're also in effect here in the Call of Duty professional world. So we do have big, mean frag grenades. Going to see more Semtexes in the respawn modes, I would imagine, but we'll see. We're about to get into one. Nearly right now. Chance, Den Overload, as you said, the underlying sort of principles of what these guys want to be doing in the map or how they want to be playing is going to be the same. But we are going to see some sort of skill and stylistic changes. How are these teams going to be approaching this? Who's running the device? Is it going to be the first man, second man? We have the sort of conveyor belt system we talk about, or the production line where first guy, he might be pushing past the device to try to get kills, secure that zone, to secure the goal, secure the lane. Second guy picks it up or picks up the flank or whatever. I'm very interested to see how our teams play this out. We want more data, folks. We need more information, more tech on how this entire game mode is going to play out. We are waffling somewhat, boys and girls. Den Overload coming up soon.
You don't have to say we. We can talk about Den Overload. Like the rules of the map so far, if you're the right side spawn team attacking the left, you're attacking towards B. You can have one player maybe work through mid, work through the pinch to like find that opening, you get the timing, but you're forcing it towards that B zone. If you're on the left side team attacking towards the right, you can go through mid if you want, but you're always going to be going towards, on the flip side, the A zone as well. So those are the default roles. Each team, while there's 2 zones active, only have one that they're really going to be prioritizing. That being said, any of the teams that figure out different ways to play, different ways to approach those unpreferred zones, I think they're going to be the early difference makers in the game mode.
Yeah, it's again very, very early days. Even when back into BO4, we saw the earliest of looks at Control. It looked real different to the last time we played in Black Ops 6. Excited to see how many routes we can find, how many wall hops, what the most opportune ways to attack points here. And this is from way back at the Monster Tournament. This was back again though, like I think with the change to swapping your primary weapon away when you are carrying the device has made a big impact. You're dealing a lot less damage in those fights. So this is really where it comes down to the positioning and the composition of your team at the time. Who has a primary? Do we have a guy up here that has a Dravik or has an M15 to actually help out in this fight or help punch a hole through the enemy defense? Because it's not easy to do. It's not impossible. But with the Jaeger 45, yeah, the thing is unreal, but you still gotta hit those shots, Chance.
Skill gap, indeed. Yeah, certain pistol players really are able to shine in those types of situations. So you're exactly right. If those 2 players getting next to that EMP device, you absolutely need to make sure you know exactly who you want to pick it up in any given moment. It's not always the movement guys that you want to have it. It might be your pistol players, your AR guys that are sort of the back pocket sniper type guys that are going to be able to show off the goods, but very dynamic as well. But even just for the idea, if we have our default rules about like, you know, right side team attacking the left side, it's always towards that B zone. We're seeing the teams when they're defending these situations off spawn, instantly everybody's wrapping back and coveraging over, playing those tight corners in the back left, playing in the back window. If you know what your timing is going to be on the attacking rounds, you could play off that. Let a guy cut through mid. If they're swinging on back, you cut them off and then work for like a shimmy play outright. It's a very type of thing, much easier said than done, a very difficult thing to orchestrate and recognize in game, but like at least on Den specifically, that's something to look out for. The other 2 overload maps play very differently. Each one of them has their own sort of like splash.
Our own flavor. Lots of flavor here in the Call of Duty League, folks. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Ladies and germs, when we come back, Den Overload, don't go too far.
It's no secret, that's me. The highlight of the highlight reel you seen on TV. I run the game, got finesse. When I want, I'm saying who's next. A showstopper, so there's no topping. When I do my thing, that's a flex. It's time. It's time. You know. We gon' shine. Let's go. Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it. Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it. I'm the hottest ticket. Every seat in town has somebody in it, cause they wanna see what they heard about from the word of mouth as I'm popping with it. I'm the best if they ask you, nothing less. I don't wanna rest. See me running laps, how I pass you. I be dripping with the swag goo. They going nuts like a cashew. Make your best move, not your last move. Beast mode on all day. I am gourmet, not fast food. Remember this, I got all the game. No dime a dozen, we not all the same. No handouts, had to stand out from the sandbox to the Hall of Fame. It's time, it's time. You know, we gon' shine. Let's go. Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it. Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it. I got it. You want it? I got it. We gon' let the band play with this one. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are hot to trot right into what will be a very fun game of Den. You caught me off guard with that one, brother. Nice one. Yeah, very excited, folks, to get into this, and hopefully we'll have no issues, and the lobby will be smooth sailing, friendly, and excited, and ready to rock and roll. As my man, hello, welcome, come on in. Who's that? It's you. Back to the broadcast. How you doing, Charles?
Doing great. Try not to jinx anything, but looking forward to the map once we get into it. It's going to be a good time. We could say more about these two teams, but for Carolina, still don't know what to say because we're still learning. And on the flip side, for Boston, I don't know. I'm like ever so slightly disappointed in their S&D. It's okay, and I'll recover, and so will they. But like, I wanted just a little bit more. I think Carolina, just the nades. The nades are getting to me, Miles. It all
good nades. But that's Carolina good nades. That's Carolina good S&D. That's what it is.
It's fair.
When we get to see Carolina against other teams, and we're like, oh, damn, Carolina good S&D. Carolina, good nades. Welcome to Castle Scuff, the official castle of Den. As we get ready to party, boys and girls, into Den Overload. Play ball, or play EMP device, if you will. Battling over mid-map again. Once you grab that thing, if you get a score, it's going to go to the top side of the map on the respawn. But what do you know, ladies and germs? It's going to be a nice set of trades, even Stevens over the middle of the map. No one with a clear-cut advantage yet. And Purge, damn!
Oh my God.
Got him.
I mean, yeah, all right, there we go. Purge looking good with the sniper. Sorry, Dravik, sorry, SMG in his hand. There's an extra kill. Like 4-0 start, and thank God Lurks put him down. And finally, the device has actually been picked up. And as is tradition, if you're the left side team attacking, actually, the A and B flip. B is always left, A is always right. On this map, you're going to be 95% of the time.
Boston on the attack towards B. Let's go for a quick listen in.
Nice, go get it. Nice.
Ball to left, guys.
Map control.
Sneak barn.
I be good. They can be straight. They can be straight.
One on tree. Deep back with left.
Yeah, they could run them in. One running the mid crease.
One back left, guys.
Main near.
Yeah, I'm still standing, guys.
Guys, main, okay?
Okay, he's side door, me near.
I'm trying to go.
I got deep back. Lurks deep back. Yeah, there's two deep back.
I'm watching out.
I'm trying to. One shot. Absolutely.
Side weak.
Take your time, Eric. Play kills.
Slash was that, Eric.
Yeah, here. Give me two, Eric. Fuck it. I'll see you later.
I'll chop you, Eric.
You're gonna wrap that. You run back.
Wrapping it, boys.
Wrapping deep right, okay?
Nothing on mid, guys.
Yeah, Slasher shit on.
Yeah, I'm wrapping you,
They're going right. They're going right. They could go back to left. Like shoulders on the right.
Oh, yeah, no, he's already through the right, okay? Near.
That's over that.
Nice. One might push to the left.
I'll be mid, maybe.
Both here.
I hear. I can't be hit my blue.
Ball's in. He chopped to the left. And one's pushing up blue, I think, bro. One's already off side or something. Nice. One's already our side. Trust. Not side B. Trust.
I don't see him. Yo, he's in close right corner, yeah.
Out me?
Yeah, I don't know. He went backed up, I think.
He's on me close. 10. Out.
Nice, Eric.
On the ball. He's like close. Heading. On the head. Back up in here.
I'm laying down close.
For lurks, guys. I'm holding feet pitches. You got it, Eric?
Yeah, I got it.
I heard.
Well, that's how it looks from one side of the map. 2 minutes 50 to play chance, and you saw the opportunity there for the rally on the top side towards B.
Yeah, and now we're in a sort of stalemate situation where we are turtled up. Carolina trying to get their boys in position to make a play, but Craze gets caught, and now it is just going to be the standoff battle. I think this is really showing what the change to pistol is going to be. It is just difficult to run it down either side. 3 in the feed in favor of Carolina. Slasher able to isolate, get the kill on Nasty, and now you got the lead blocker, but he didn't have the timing going his way, and therefore they're going to fall one by one. Snoopy's getting all the kills.
Yeah, and a crazy thing again, you can't drop the EMP, so you can't even like put it down, get my primary out, get a kill, make a move forward with it. Options and a big change here in the Call of Duty world. We'll see how this impacts Overload going forward, but for now, an absolute, I mean, his helm's deep. You're not getting through the deeping wall. 25 years old, I cannot believe it. 2 minutes to go in the game, and the Ravens we're finally making a couple of steps forward.
And this is interesting. This might be a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because now you're just running into a blender. And so much so that even Slashers sit here paranoid about the pinch, but it has just been a stand. This is almost like trench warfare on the lower side of the map right now.
Yeah, we are fighting over every single pixel slowly but surely. Not a lot of progress so far, and the trades are still good. Can we get anything more out of Nasty and Snoopy? Here we go, Boston. We are sending it. Trying to get an angle over the top. Unfortunately, it's Crazy Nero who absolutely put him down. Last man up, Purge, trying to cover the B cross. He might get 1 or 2 here. He might get 1 or 2. He gets 1 right on forward. We're trying to keep running. Frontman Nero now, primary in hand. An M15 and Snoopy with a corner. It might not spell well for the Ravens at this point in time.
And this will be a pistol versus Dravic. He goes for the timing, and well, he's got it in spades. Now he's trying to be the frontline blocker, but he gets caught. That was a moment there for Boston. Just way too aggressive, I think, actually trying to work A. Maybe a difficult time reading the spawns. Not the easiest thing to do, but now the nades taking care of players. Frontline blocker down. That's 2 in the mix. Nero's going to get through. And the guy with the pistol, skittish.
Go! Send it! Go! Through the window! Ow! Hey! All Ravens get it on the board. Nice kill from Lurks. He can't get the second. That's not a problem. I mean, at some point, you've got to start thinking about, let this thing reset. Let's get a guy up top, and let's try to catch them out here with a sneaky reset play. But now, bottom side of the map, as Nero takes a tumble, word to Clayster. Numbers right now for Breach on the attack with the final 15 seconds, and you are still able to make something happen here. This is not over yet, folks. Snoopy going big. Can somebody grab the rock? Fight it forward. 5 seconds. Anyone there on the kill for Nero? No, he finds 2, and that will be it. Regular time. The shot clock is on. Here we go. Purge still trying to make a move. He's doing this alone. Anybody else here with him to get the kills?
They're going towards B.
Purge. Wait. Craze. He doesn't. Hello? He scores in OT. He looks away. He pump fakes them with you only get to see with the players going for a second or 2, and Purge jukes out the whole lobby. What a moment. The first half comes to a close. Boston up by 1.
Oh my, yeah, I mean, what a gun, by the way, the Dravic, good lord. And this is very surprising. This is the first early cap. That is just sort of the brute force, get everybody in a position, have a long stalemate fight towards the bottom side of the map. But that final score, that just looked like insane timing.
Oh, it was. We'll see it. I mean, this was a valiant attempt. But again, Craze, left, right, who's got this? No, which way is he going? We don't know. It was just enough time for Boston Breach to squeak it in, the buzzer beater, whatever you want to call it. Second half, Breach start to play with some confidence.
That's also a moment. I wonder what the comms were like coming in from Carolina. If they were just like extra paranoid about needing to kill the guy that was in mid first, or just a small moment of tweaking, if you will. Either way, the opening salvo here in this round, it has been a bloodbath around mid. Snoopy's got the extra advantage to start getting pressure over towards that B zone, but his teammates are nowhere in position to begin to run the EMP, and Snoopy gets caught as well. So Boston are going to be taking this real slow.
Carolina Royal Ravens down by 1 here in the second half. Let's go for a listen in.
There's side mid, and one push to mid already. There's side mid.
Yeah, he could be their side mid touch ball. We're assuming like our side.
Bro.
Yeah. We're missing Purge.
Front lobby Snoop.
Okay.
Front lobby.
You might be a back secret.
Yeah.
Snoop, front lobby weak. We gotta play for this kid. I spawned back broken still.
I don't see him. Nasty. One shot
Lobby,
like lockers.
lobby
Give me lobby, hit one.
There's 2 lobbies. They ran at me. They chased me. Short, guys. Short.
Okay, we spawned
I'm
deep.
short right now. I'm short.
Too short, 3 short.
Short weak. I got one. Another one short.
I'm left. I'm going left. Let's go left.
Good. Go.
I'm going outer.
My pinch.
I have pinch.
I didn't see anything inner. I'm outer. Then another one outer. I'd even him. It was Cam.
Cammy's one shot, one bullet. Their side inner.
Okay.
Or like they're on the hill. He's on the right corner.
Heard you. Alright. They might go peek at you.
Me too. My pinch.
Outer Cammy. I'd even him.
Inner to outer. Cammy, hit you outer weak.
Two more.
Outer and inner.
I heard you.
Inner Snoop.
Okay, we're missing
Inner
one.
Snoop dead.
I'm pretty sure. Hi, bro.
I'm
Outer, close outer. Done.
Nice.
I saw that.
for you.
I'm looking for
Oh yeah, you pinched out.
The window. Snoop, one shot outer. In window. Dead. One's out on me. One shot.
He's staying his life. He's staying his life in that corner.
I'm trying.
I spawn P2. I got it.
It's the move of the Ravens. The first 2 guys push forward, try and get the kills. The timing is not great for them, and they're starting to lose these fights. A patient Boston Breach chance punishing them here on the top side of the map.
And they're worried about the pinch as well. They're taking it slow because they know they need to get these kills. Boston very turtled, and they also don't want to pick up the EMP just yet because you don't want to have the pistol out. You want to get the kills first. There's 2 in the feed, and you're pushing forward. There's 3. That's the go button.
Here we go. Trying to get it forward. There's the grab, and you grab it at the wrong time, love. Whoa, here we go. Lurks with a pistola. Can we find a few more? Waiting for reinforcements. Long range work. Cammy's there, and he trades. Yes, you still have the dice forward. Slasher making moves through mid. Snoopy off spawn. Takes a moment, but Craze lands it. Pressure now on. Nasty's down. Surely it's a goal. Surely no. Cammy on the save. Beautiful work from Boston.
And shout out to the trophy as well, just for the assist. But if you're Boston, maybe they're going to just not pick it up. I was going to say try to wrap it out, but maybe just a few more seconds before we get the reset. But it's resetting to the exact same position. So Carolina still have all of the map pressure in the world. Lurks is going to get traded out. You got Craze pinching through mid to apply the pressure. And 1 minute and 45 seconds is a good chunk of time given the situation. But Boston, I mean, this is goal line defense.
Yeah, basically you make a mistake and it's over here. You're going to concede immediately. But Snoop, oh, look at him go. Semtex there to slow him down once again. He's just burning the clock. Ravens aren't able to make it happen just yet. Okay, there's the kills. Cammy, though, right off the spawn. He is a problem right now. Tech mask all good. Cammy's a problem. No one's able to get this one through. It's a pistol in the hands of Slasher. Trying to get this done all by himself. 3-man wrap. And a moment of serious disconnect from the Ravens. A minute to go, and they are falling apart at the seams. Now we go. Now we fly Boston.
And they've left number 4 in the dust as well. I mean, they're just on the other side. Snoopy trying to do it with the movement, but at least getting the device in that spot with 50 seconds left. Maybe it's enough, or maybe it's the late opportunity for Carolina to make the play. Lurks, the front man on the job.
Snoopy's going to help. 26 and 18. Here comes the streaks. You've got an opportunity to get the capture here at the very least. It's through, and it's good onto goal. Nero gets it. All the boys safe on the inside, but there's a complete open goal by B. Pick up on the drone, almost ready to go. I've done it again. On the EMP, 30 seconds, and no one in position for this at all. They put everything into the second goal. They needed it for the third. No one there. The final dying seconds of this den overload for the Ravens, and one that they will be kicking themselves.
If Carolina get the vice, they get the extra 30 seconds, so they can absolutely still make something happen. They got all 4 players up on the map. and they're going to have a little bit of time to work with. It's not as fun forcing it towards A, but number 2 and number 4 creeping the way up. It's going to be a bit of a stalemate. Nero gets that first blood, but we're still in respawn territory.
Chance.
I was trying to make it happen, Miles.
I was trying to spell doom. And it might be here, playing the trades effectively. Pistol, no good. That's it. As soon as it drops, the clock stops to Boston Breach in the end. A little too much there on Den. Sorry, Ravens. I was really trying to spell doom for you there. I was trying to wax lyrical. And you managed to get it into OT, mate. You managed to get it into OT. Shout out Snoopy for clotheslining the Royal Ravens in every single possible moment. This is the final few seconds here of the map. Actually, Purge, a nice clutch kill on the man on the pinch, fighting forward, and that kill there on a craze ends it all then and there. Boston Breach, match point going into exposure.
And I did the talk of the town through the mean streets of like the COD competitive subreddit and then your podcast and whatnot. I think a lot of attention is going to be being paid to like the pistol switch of making sure you have to have the pistol out when your EMP device is pulled. That's the recent change, and obviously it's going to impact every single map differently. But certainly on Den, it just seems like it makes it very difficult to get captures at all. So much so that there's times where you're scared to pick up the device at all. So different play styles getting forced, adjustments you're having to make very quickly. And why ever use a pistol when you can do that? That is...
Well, this is, I mean, I think I've seen enough, frankly. I think the pistol change, a very interesting one at that, but I think the way the game is playing out so far, it's creating a lot more stalemates.
Yes, 100%, but we've also seen 2 Dens, and that's just the way that Den has been playing anyway, of like, again, the B zone on both sides is going to be preferred. We don't have the data yet, but the overwhelming majority of the time. Part of that is going to be the development of finding your situations to attack that atypical zone, but it is just a very novel map in the way that it plays. And the pistol change, I think, is going to impact this map the most, just because of like, the situation where Carolina is knocking on the doorstep towards that B zone for 2 minutes straight. They just cannot break that back line with those close spawns rolling through. So this seems like to be the map that would be most difficult with the pistol change. I don't know how the other 2 are going to play, but that's why it's going to be the talk of the town.
It's already the talk of the town. I mean, now I'm looking at the map, I'm like, man, maybe you move it out of that little room and move it into the courtyard directly in front of it. And maybe that changes things enough to make that B zone a little bit more manageable. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a dev. It's a Bird B series so far. Exposure will it be the last map in the series to do. We go back to Den for another search and destroy. Exposure hardpoint. First time we'll be seeing this played today here in the Call of Duty League. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of... Actually, I don't know the exact age you're allowed to watch this stream up, so I'm not going to pretend it's family friendly. I'm not going to pretend it's okay, but I'm going to pretend that we're get it, baby! We're back! Royal Ravens taking on... Who is it, Chance?
Boston Breach.
That's right. Exposure hardpoint. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby. Snoopy, the best player of all time in this lobby on this map for... he's got the 2-piece and the scoreboard doesn't even count it because that's
fine.
Oh, baby.
That's fine. We're locking back in. Just as Nasty is locking into the hard point. And a nice bit of a wall hop there from... Oh, let it go. Picking up 2. Finding another alongside Nero. And with 25 seconds left to soak, this P1's going to come to a close.
Oh, and they are hunting him down as well. That is Carolina just swarming all over this P1 time. Once they got it stable, everything's looking good. And then I was gonna say Cammy would take it away. Good trades rolling through. Nero with the AR looks as good as you would expect. Unstoppable on P1. Carolina with the 20-point lead.
20-point lead going into P2, which is out here by this big old tank. A very open hard point to play with. A lot of space, a lot of angles. A lot of sun. Wear a hat and sunscreen, ladies and germs. Snoopy off the jump right into the feed. Nice work. And they're still holding on to this time. Can't hold on to the lane, though. And there is a flank of all flank from Lurks on its way.
And needs to go faster than his teammates. Well, trying to square up with him. Slasher falls before the drop, and the flank actually gets red anyway. So Boston keeping everything nice and under control. It has been a well-orchestrated P2, and I mean, the minimap looking as good as it could possibly get. Boston right now, they are just farming them.
Yeah, this is a continual Boston Breach respawn supremacy in this series. A nice work out of Craze there in the feed. Get a couple more, a little bit of a naughty contest there. Lurks with a 2, holding them down. And we're looking to see a new hardpoint pop open. Is it the blessed new one? Is it, oh, that's 4, isn't it? My bad. Minimap actually reflecting accurately what is going on here. Oh, no, it's not. There is a laneway. Shout out to Jay Stud. You can still see the old school lane. But in reality, there is a wall there these days. Boston Breach lead change for the time being. P3, a little bit of computers action. This is going to be a mix fest. I can't wait to watch our pros go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult one to break indeed. Got to give a lot of credit to Carolina and struggle to break the P2. But once they got it, they flipped the map. But now they just have the spawns. Don't actually have the time. Boston getting all of the extra kills. Nasty there to give you 2. And Nasty, the man, surviving inside of the time.
Yep, holding on time. Lurks, left, right. Good night. Sorry, mate. They're all upstairs. Nasty and Cammy get theirs. The best of British Call of Duty right now. Finding all the kills. 30 seconds to go here. The Ravens, their backs firmly chanced against the wall. Let's go for a listen in.
I posted on the top. I posted on top.
Low hill on top. Low hill
On the stairs, on the stairs.
Okay, I got through.
Trying to get out there, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going now. Deep on me?
spawned out.
He's out. L on me. Okay, we're gonna flip.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? He ran mid. Okay. Gay bomb.
Mid on me. Close yellow.
I'm running through solar right now.
I just want to get
Yellow,
They can be
absolute
killer.
one
Nice, good shit.
Oh my god.
Con dead.
Nice, good shit.
Pillar missing one.
Why'd you jump down? Con.
I'm turning.
You go deep right.
Right, long
Back here. Yeah,
long
let's
now.
get back right. Let's get back right. Yeah, he's 18. He went deep. Dead. Another one on me time. I need to mean.
I'm on you.
Okay. Longer now. Nice, good shit.
Look at my long. I'm looking at my long. Dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Watch out. Careful from the guys.
Yeah, hey, deep left.
It could be left.
I still want to enter left.
Heard you. I didn't want to nade as well.
Yeah, I have your lower right now. They got
Heard you. I have a deep left. I don't want to be enter. Two enter.
Enter one shot.
He's already through.
We're gonna flip in the back.
Okay. In the back.
On top bridge.
Nice. They might spawn in the back.
They're gonna spawn in the
I'm trying to
back.
need over.
There's 20 on that.
There's sold. One might hit out and go con.
I'm sitting con right now.
Heard that. I'm in new.
I have their new cut right now.
There's
Two.
Where?
Their side. Flipping.
Absolute long. Give me that.
Chance not a bad bit of work there from the Ravens, but still not enough to maintain. Here comes a Hellstorm.
Yeah, doing what they can to fight, but Nasty's impact's going to be felt. The shot heard around the world. Nero's going to have to hide from that up top, but nonetheless, that early rotation, Boston Breachers get to swarm the hill. The comm should be there to identify that Nero's up above. Subi has the help, Cammy watching over, and another situation where you might have a player for Boston struggling just a little bit early on, but it just does not reflect in the scoreboard at all. Of course, though, Carolina, nice little battle back. You deal with the Hellstorm, you get some hill time, they're right back in the game.
It was a nice flank from Craze there. Picks up 2 on the hill, and you're still maintaining that run on board with Nasty up top. Not going to get too much more out of that life. The next wave of players from Boston Breach have crashed out as the Ravens have held this brilliantly. Not a bad bit of hardpoint time, and they're going to be all tied up going into the next one, back into the second set. What a turnaround here, Chance, from the Royal Ravens. The last time we saw them play hardpoint yesterday, it was not a good look on the second set. They fell apart, but here we go. 109 to 110 into the second.
Yeah, absolutely. Took me a second to adjust as it did for Purge. He's able to give you 2, and I mean, just like that, quick break on the P1. You don't have enough control to actually start super soaking the time up just yet, but you get Nasty in a window, you get Purge behind the entire enemy team. You feel like good things are bound to happen, and Purge's nice job staying alive, extra damage, the trades quick and in short order. Cammy, though, eventually overwhelmed. And once again, the minimap, there's always a Boston player just shooting. Yeah, the parallels and splits right now are going crazy. Poor Carolina in a permanent blender.
Oh, yeah, the head's on a swiv. I mean, somebody might have pulled a muscle. Looking at that P2 as well. 15 seconds to rock, and it's going to be Lurks making his way out there first. Nice big win there against Cammy. Not enough to get a trade on the Purge. Are we going to see a bit of back and forth action here? Sure. Oh, baby! Craze says absolutely not. My rotation, Ravens are on.
Yeah, looking smooth with that drop, and well, unfortunately now, I think Boston should just be able to swim around the time. I don't know if the reinforcements for Carolina are going to be quick enough. They got all the bodies here, but this is 6 people just about standing on the hardpoint zone at the same time. So good luck with these trades.
Yeah, this tank, I don't think it was designed for this many people. Lurks with a 3. Can he get any more out of this life? Might not need it. My boy got it inside the hill as well. He's nearly got himself. Oh, damn it. What a curse that was. He's nearly got himself a hellstorm. Good God. 30 seconds left to go. And we're going to see Boston with a late resurgence. Couple of kills going their way. Slasher trying to keep them at bay. And they've plucked the man out of time. Quick check. Not good enough. And that is going to be the Boston Breach back on time.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, this is reminiscent of the P3 that's on Colossus. Just a very, everybody spawning up on their respective side of the map. It takes a long time to pinch, so maybe get one of those plays. If not, we're going to head smash and just hope we come out on top. Well, for the moment, Carolina battling back in. 2 players working on the flank. The setup's there for Boston in the back line, and Cammy able to give you 2, which is enough to keep it stable until the sneaky young man Lurks just goes and gets the spawns for his team.
These guys might be doing the head bashing, but I might have the concussion right now. 160 to 143. Backside of computers is all good once again. Nero, another attempt. Around through the front he goes. Spawns are out a little further now for the members of Boston. Nero on the quick turn. Is he going to read this? Does indeed. Great win again. Nasty finding 2 from the inside of time, though. Nero on the double back. Nasty finds another. Trays complete. And we are still within spitting distance of the Ravens, keeping this together. A couple of clean kills, but still a massive contest over the computers.
Yeah, and final, I mean, that was what, a 30-second slugfest, like after you get those spawns from Lurks to actually battle through and get the time. Nasty has 19 kills. Half of those were on previous P3, or at least the P3s combined, but we shift our attention. It is a 4-man setup for Boston. They got the sweep down the line. They get the entry kill. Now we get to test how much of a money hill is this actually, because that's the best possible start.
Snoop, the first man in. Breach a little far away from this. Nice job from Snoopy to find the first. Backline coverage from Nasty. Starting to get a little softer now. Through the front door we go. There's a contest cleaning up once again. Snoopy finding a few more at Nasty. 2 in the feed. A delight so far for Boston Breach.
Nearly perfect. They got the 30-second lead. Craze the leading charge now for Carolina. They got to deal with Purge, though, on the flank. Carolina spent the entire game dealing with the pinches, dealing with getting shot in the back, and they are tattered, tagged up, and gunned down. A money hill indeed, and look at how far they spawn away. This was the hill of the map.
They've been shredded after the wait. It feels so tough for the Ravens to bounce back from. What a test this has been for the newcomers to the league. It's not over yet, but it is going to be quite the hard point. Down to broken, down to pipes we go. And there's a moment of control there. Nero now alone. Can he find anything? No. Cameron McGilligan, Cammy finding a few more. And the awareness of spawn as well. No shot, he finds this player as well. Off the hop, Lurks is in there. Now to time.
Yeah, just great positioning. Had the setup as well. Purge making annoying plays. Cammy making a couple nice ones. And now Snoopy just gets to be the wrecking crew clean up man. The victory lap here down on P5. Boston Breach looking to go perfect in the respawns.
10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds for the win. A fast contest. And Ravens with a 25-second piece of hardpoint time to hold on to. We say it before, we'll say it again, and we'll say it many times. It has to be perfect here, Ravens. It simply must. P5 still in their hands, still holding. Kills are great right now. They have identified every possible avenue of attack. Craze is getting nerdy with the spots, and we are dealing as much damage as we possibly can. But now to a P1, to a dreaded P1. And dare I say it, it's all going well.
It's a lot of kills in a row for the Carolina boys. I mean, everybody right now on a streak. That's Lurks on a 4. You finally get shut down, but you're holding the line. Nero showed up in the kill feed as well. You got the top side map control, and I mean, Craze for the moment been mostly comfortable on time, but then Snoopy ends up getting the drop out of him. You're down a man.
Get 9 kills uncontested in a row. Nasty on a massive flank. That is it. The back is broken of the Royal Ravens as they try to take flight as a single man on time, though. Purge has got a hold. Purge is on the contest. Still a man in there. Cammy with a pistol. We swap to our sidearm as we dive in. Can we get a few more seconds here? Cammy on a spree. And after the wait, it is over. Boston Breach. A 3-1 victory. Shenanigans in the overload. And if not for the defeat in Search and Destroy, it would have been another 3-0. GG's, Boston Breach, 3-1 over the Carolina Royal Ravens.
Not too shabby. Taking care of business, and, you know, prior to the series starting, it's a dust sort of settling type of matchup, right? How good are both these teams going to be? Boston have that dark horse potential, right? And they got third at champs just last year. So relatively high expectations and a good roster construction. Well, you expect them against a team with a couple rookies on it to be able to take care of business, and they do so indeed. Much closer hard point there, though, on exposure compared to the Colossus we had on the P1. So Ravens had a little bit of fight in them, but ultimately it was just the respawn game mode. Straight across the board. The firepower there from Boston reigns supreme.
Yeah, they've got the flanks, they've got the rotations, they've got the breaks. They're all good, man. Hardpoint looking super solid. Excited to see how they match up against other teams throughout the season. We'll see a little bit of that later on before that kind of Christmas, New Year's break. Well, folks, there we go. Map 4 complete. The game flow telling a very different tale to what we experienced